Are you ready?
Yeah.
Yep.
And welcome back to Game 3 of Paris is Burning 2, a WFTDA recognised tournament. We have 4 teams competing over 2 days to see who's going to be the winner. And this game, it is Anguanas Vicenza Roller Derby up against Namur Roller Girls. Anguanas just having played a game, and this is the first time we've seen Namur today. So before we go through the rosters, I'm Dog Mistress.
And I'm Comic Relief.
So up on the roster for Anguanas, it is 00 Roman Pogo, 11 Freckelstein, it is 13 Anek, 167 Sid Vicious, 182 Anatomic Bomb, 193 Pell Mell, 27 El Tipper Darbo, number 3 Quid Quad Quack, 321 Last Smash, 420 Crash Test Salmon, 610 Mechanic Make Panic, 671 Direwolf, 70 Tasmaniac, 761 Dynamite Mo, and 77 Kitty Page.
And on Namur side, we have number 03 Nappy, number 12 Brûle la Gomme, number 13 Ogara, number 1957 Bat Smash, number 21 Ice Cream, number 242 Lilith, number 393. I can't read that one, sorry.
Grumpy
and Up, sorry. Number 4040 Blue Velvet, number 666 Left 4 Dead, number 833 Kill Bee, number 9 Jackie, and number 934 Tinker.
As this is a WFTDA recognised tournament and sanctioned games, it's worth looking at the rankings going into this game. Anguanas Vicenza Roller Derby currently 185 in the WFTDA rankings. Namur only 187, so this should be a super close game.
Only 2 little spots.
2 little ranking spots up for grabs at this game, and we are just about to start the game. So
Yes.
Anguanas just played La Boucherie, the Le Corps Paris, and unfortunately lost, but only by about 40 points in a very close game that there were several lead changes. So they're going to be all excited and motivated after that game, but also they've got a game in their legs. This is the first time we've seen Namur today. Should be a good game.
It should, yes. So as we say in France, it's in a pocket tissue, so dans un mouchoir de poche.
So we're just having all the celebrations for the teams going out on the track at the moment. So it's not the only recognised tournament on this weekend. We want to give a shout out to our colleagues in Helsinki for Finvitational this weekend, and out in the Midwest of the USA for Brouhaha, which I just love saying.
It is nice.
But it is a weekend of world-class roller derby on your television. But obviously we're going to say we're the best.
Of course we are.
But this is our final game for today.
And the skaters are skating out, so we might be starting soon. I don't know how they can skate. It's so hot in here. Maybe you can see it. I don't know if you saw on our faces, but
it is very warm. There's a bit of a heat wave going on in this part of Europe. And, you know, I'm from Wales. It's not usually this warm. I'm not coping very well. So slowly getting redder and redder as the day is going on.
You're still beautiful.
Oh, thank you, Comic. And that is the period whistle. So the game's about to get underway. I always get excited thinking that's the jam whistle, but not quite.
It's the pre-jam whistle.
So on the jam line for Namur, it is Lil Hit. And she's up against Quid Quad Quack.
And the jam is on.
So it's Quid Quad Quack being hit out and recycled behind the jam line, but up front Lil Hit pushing ahead. The pack has caught up, still on turn 1, but it is Lil Hit who makes it out for lead jammer for Namur.
And she's followed by the jammer from Italy very, very quickly.
So Quid Quad Quack closes up the gap, almost at the pack, forces Lil Hit to call off that jam.
So that's only a 30-second jam and no points? Oh, maybe 2 points for Namur.
It's important to get those first points on the board. So on the jam line we have Dire Wolf for Anguanas
And Bat Smash for Namur.
Anguanas taking up the pivot line up front, but then skating back quite a bit of an impressive sort of row up front.
Yeah.
Trying to psych out Namur, I think.
I think we've had a first penalty, yes.
But that's enabled Bat Smash to take lead jammer for Namur, who's now approaching the pack for scoring pass, but Direwolf is out. But Bat Smash says 4 points is enough at this stage. So these first couple of jams have both been very quick, but it's just getting those couple of points on the board to try and establish a bit of, sort of domination of the game, saying I'm in control. This is our game.
Yes. Well, will it be the same for an hour? We'll see that.
I think what we've already seen roller derby, it's never the same for an hour.
Of course. Thank God it's not.
We have Sid Vicious on the jam line for Anguanas up against number 12, Brûlé Le Gomme.
Brûle le gomme.
Brûlé Gomme.
It's another burning joke. Rubber, like burned rubber.
Oh, I see. Right. That's good. And it's worked. Brûlé Gomme is lead jammer for Namur, so that is the third lead jam in a row in 3 jams. So definitely making a statement about this is our game. We want to play it our way. Brûlé is in the pack scoring points, but we have had Sid Vicious take off the start of the helmet cover, but has made it out of the pack, completing her initial pass.
Oh, and Brûlé Le Gomme is going to the penalty box. It's going to be a power jam for the Anguanas.
And that's an important time for Namur to have, for Anguanas to have a power jam.
Yes, they need to score points.
Yeah. But Sid Vicious is being held back behind some great dynamic walling from Namur.
Yes, there's a great defense from Namur, and also we can see great strategies from the Anguanas. They kept a player as a goat on the back of the pack, so.
But Sid Vicious not able to break through yet. Oh, announcer's curse.
Yeah, I've got the same curse. Every time I say something, the opposite happens.
But that was a great power jam kill by Namur, not letting Sid Vicious make any more than that initial pass they were already on. So that's 4 points for Anguanas, but Brûlé Gomme is already out, having completed a scoring pass, so the scores are equal on this jam.
Yes, for now, but Brûlé Le Gomme is going so fast inside the pack. She's pushing at the front, and it's already the end of that 2-minute jam.
But I think that's even Stevens on the points, so that's 8 points each in that jam. So Namur still with the lead, but Anguanas now on the board. And that's psychologically important.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you know how a mental state can be very important to win a game.
And roller derby is very much a game about momentum. And so Anguanas will have just taken that bit of momentum away from Namur, who were building up a lead. So little hit on the jam line from Namur, and it's Crash Test Salmon. First time we've seen Anguanas put Crash Test Salmon on the jam line, but it is a cut track penalty for little hit, and also a blocker penalty for Namur.
And we have a star pass on the Anguana side, so Anek is now jamming.
Yeah, so that's unfortunate. Anguanas thought the lead had been called so that the star pass could happen, but that's actually denied them the opportunity to have lead in this jam. So this will be a 2-minute jam.
Again.
But it is Anek who is scoring points in the pack.
And that's 4 points for the Anguanas right now.
Lil Hit standing in the box. And it's Anek choosing getting some offense up front, but it is Little Hit back on the track, finds a hole on the inside. How did Little Hit stay on her toe stops just then?
I have no idea. Oh, and that's another cut for Lil Hit. Oh, wow.
So that's her second penalty in just a couple of jams, and it gives Anguanas another opportunity to try and close that gap down.
They're already there, only 2 points. They'll probably be before Namur by the end of that jam.
I learned a long time ago that I never predict these things because I always get it wrong.
Well, I wouldn't bet any money on it.
So it's Anek pushing it out, 3 Namur blockers up front.
Very nice triangle at the front of the pack.
And Anguanas waiting for Little Hit, who's back on the track, out of the box.
Very nice assist from Crash Test Salmon. It's the second one that I've seen during this jam.
And that was 4 points for Anguanas in that last pass. 8 points in that jam overall. We have a lead change. 16 points for Anguanas, 14 for Namur. And we have 7 minutes, or only 7 minutes just gone in this game.
That's crazy. And I think it's only the first lead change.
It's probably the first of many. Bat Smash up against Dire Wolf. And that's a full scrum at the jam line. And Bat Smash trying to find a gap on the inside, pushing out up front. Dire Wolf at the back trying to get some offense from Sid Vicious. Not able to get through, but it's Bat Smash who pushes out front for lead.
And there was also a nice assist from an Atomic Bomb on the Anguanas side.
Dire Wolf just recycled back to the jam line, so essentially hasn't been able to make any progress in this first 40 seconds. Bat Smash now completing that first 4-point scoring pass and approaching for a second. Just as Dire Wolf is recycled back to the jam line, so it's Groundhog Day for Dire Wolf. And same for Bat Smash, through for another 4 points.
Very, very good defense from Namur.
But Dire Wolf is finally out on her initial pass. Bat Smash sees that, calls the jam. But we have a lead change.
I told you.
So that was 12 points for Namur Roller Girls, taking them to 26. 16 points for Anguanas. 21 and a half minutes left in this half. I mean, it's not even 9 minutes. We've had 2 lead changes.
I know.
We promised a close game. I mean, I say that in all the games this weekend.
And we've had 2 power jams too.
Yeah. And I think, Namur still having that lead with having 2 penalties to Little Hit is...
Oh, that was so beautiful. Sorry, I'm interrupting. That was so beautiful. Brûle la Gomme has tiptoed on the inside of the first turn and stolen the lead.
But Quid Quad Quack is out of the pack and approaching for a scoring pass, forcing Brûle la Gomme to call that jam.
That's still 4 points for Namur.
So Namur, 3 points for Namur. So very clearly trying to get back that sort of momentum, those first few jams where it was all about Namur. Anguanas trying to, manage to bring it back into contention, but Namur trying to stamp their dominance again in these last couple of jams.
Exactly, yes.
So we have Sid Vicious and Lil Hit on the jam line.
Lil Hit, who's pushing at the front of the pack, and Sid Vicious, who's recycled at the back of the pack. And that's a lead for Namur. I wasn't sure. Oh, we've got 2 pivots in the box.
Yeah, I think the jam ref was dropping off a penalty as well as calling lead at the same time, because the jam refs are amazing at doing that.
I know.
But Lil Hit skates through the pack almost backwards, sees the position of the Anguanas jammer and calls that, but that's another 4 points for Namur. So I think we've seen a large number of small, quick jams with just single passes. There's been a couple of bigger jams, but that's been the story of the game in the first 10 minutes.
It might change. We never know. We've got 2 blockers from Namur sitting in the box right now, so it might be a little help for the Anguanas to get the lead.
The Anguanas also have a blocker, but it is true that they have the advantage. So Direwolf on the jam line against Bat Smash, and that does show in the Bat Smash making it through for lead, but Direwolf very close behind, quarter of the track behind. Just 3 blockers from each team on the track.
And another quick jam.
Bat Smash hits it and quits it. I love that phrase. Gets the 4 points, calls the jam.
Well, 4 points by 4 points. That's how you win a game.
Yep. So that's 37 now for Namur, 16 for Anguanas, and that is 18 minutes 40 left in this half. We have quick quad quack on the jam line up against Brulagom. And we have, again, a quite full penalty box. One from Namur, 2 from Anguanas, and a pivot line start.
And now, that's a lead for the Anguanas. So never guess who's going to get the lead from who's sitting in the penalty box.
Absolutely. Quid quad quack making short work. Gets the points. Sees Brulagom approaching. Calls the jam.
And someone is going to the penalty box. Is it? Yeah, I think it is. No, it's not. Sorry. I'm thinking at the same time. So
we have 2 sitting Anguanas blockers, 1 standing Anguanas blocker, and 1 Namur roller girl blocker in the penalty box. So it's very full. We have Direwolf on the jam line up against Little Hit. But that was 3 points for Anguanas in that last jam, taking them to 19 points, just added to the score right now. And building on that momentum, Direwolf picking up lead, but Little Hit right behind trying to chase her down.
It's going to be another quick jam. Get the points, call.
So that's 2 for Anguanas and nothing for Namur. So closing that gap down to 16 points. So now the momentum has shifted to Anguanas, who are doing the same thing, where they're just sneaking the points jam per jam, jam by jam. Closing that gap down, 16 points is nothing. 16 minutes 50 left in this game. On the jam line we have Sid Vicious up against Bat Smash. And we still have 2 Anguanas blockers in the box and 1 Namur roller girl. And that's showing as Bat Smash is able to make it out for lead. Sid Vicious still in the pack.
And a nice assist from Tasmaniac. But it's not enough to allow Sid Vicious to get out of initial pass.
But Bat Smash dodges that last hit from Freckelstein and completes that 4-point scoring pass for Namur.
It's not the first time I've seen a Namur play, and their jammers are very, very agile. And it's something that we can see today too.
Bat Smash taking that pirouette on the inside to get around the final Anguanas blocker, completing second scoring pass. But Anguanas made her work for that.
Yeah. And I think the penalty box is now empty.
Oh, you're going to jinx that.
I know you're going to jinx that. I'm sorry in advance if I do well. There's a multiplayer somewhere.
Yeah, that's Freckelstein picking up a multiplayer block for Anguanas. You see?
I know. I'm sorry. Please don't hate me.
So that's 12 points for Namur, taking them to 49 points. Nothing for Anguanas, staying on 21. But that is a big jam for Namur. I mean, if you think that's probably 25% of their points, and we're on jam 11. So it's just shown how it's these small single passes apart from the odd big jam, and this was a good one for Namur.
Yeah.
But then Anguanas had just had a good one, so it doesn't look like it on the scoreline, but it's still tit for tat. Sid Vicious for Anguanas jamming against.
I think it's Brulagom. Yes. She's on the outside of the pack. Sid Vicious steals the lead.
But that's Rum and Pogo going for a forearms penalty. But that didn't stop Quid Quad Quack picking up lead for Anguanas. But both jammers completing scoring passes. So Quid Quad Quack choosing to run the jam long to try and open up a bit of a lead, and a big apex jump to the inside, not landed. Recycled by number 9, Jackie from Namur.
Yeah, and she's probably also waiting for her blocker to get out of the box, which is now.
Brulagom completes the scoring pass though, so that is 8 for Namur in that last jam, but 7 for Anguanas. So
So close.
That still doesn't do much for the scores. 28 plays 57.
But now the box is empty.
You're going to do it again. I'm going to have to ban you from
Saying
that.
anything. Okay, I'm not going to talk anymore.
No, that's not it. Are you saying I'm picking on you?
No,
No.
you wouldn't.
No. But
We have an official timeout. I guess the. Oh no, I thought that the track was broken, but not.
I think they're just tracking down all the paperwork because a lot
Yes.
went on in that last jam. So while we're in this official timeout, just to talk a bit about why WFTDA recognised tournaments are important, because it's all about rankings, and rankings are important because of postseason play.
Yes.
And we're starting to head towards postseason play in Europe. The biggest tournament this year is the Continental Cup, which is going to be in Helsinki on the 5th and 6th of October. But the exciting news is that tickets are on sale from WFTDA.com from June the 17th. So
And my birthday is on the 16th, so if you don't know what to give me, then
a ticket to Helsinki is just what the doctor ordered. So I hope that we will all see you there. But there are 3 Continental Cups, so there's another 2. They start in the USA in August. And now the game is getting back underway. Everything's in order.
it seems so. Oh, and we have the jammer from the Anguanas sitting in the box, so that was what the shenanigans from the officials were about.
So quick quad quack.
Well, I'm letting you say it every time because it's really hard to pronounce. So.
Is in the box. Little Hit has made it out for lead. Through for a scoring pass. Stays on her toe stops on the outside. They must be covered in glue.
I told you they were really agile. It's really. I love seeing them play.
But Quid Quad Quack is standing, released from the box, going back on track.
Behind the bridge from Namur.
The Lil Hit stuck up front, just 2 blockers ahead. 1 blocker, and that is 4 more points for Namur. Quick quad quack.
Yes, that's right. She's out of initial, and well, it didn't. Lil Hit saw that and she called right before she could reach the back of the pack. So
she saw the danger, called the jam. But that's 12 points for Namur, taking them to 69. 28 points for Anguanas. 12 minutes left in this game.
well, the jammers from Namur are stretching, and also time is stretching. Oh, team timeout for Namur.
Called by Anguanas.
Oh, I thought you were signaling. Okay, sorry. My bad.
Sorry, I'm just randomly pointing, and I'm expecting Comic to be able to understand where I'm pointing to. So that might be a little bit unrealistic. But yes, that's an Anguanas timeout. So, as we said, this is a tournament over 2 days, so we've got 4 teams. And so this morning it was La Boucherie who played Leeds, and it was La Boucherie who came away with the win. They also won against Anguanas just now, so they're going to go into overnight in lead position. But if Anguanas win this game, they will go into tonight in second place. But then tomorrow we have Namur versus Leeds at 11:30 in the morning. We have Anguanas versus Leeds at 2. And then the final game that should hopefully decide the whole competition will be at 4:30 tomorrow afternoon, Namur versus La Boucherie. And that's Central European time. If you're a Leeds fan and you're watching this, it will be 10:30, 1 p.m. and 3:30 UK time.
And
So
if you're in the US, I don't know.
it'll be really, really early.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
So 12 points for Namur in that last jam. Bat smash for them on the jam line. Dire Wolf for Anguanas.
Oh, and they're fighting for the lead. Oh, that's a no pass, no penalty for the Anguanas. So the lead is still open.
Yep. So Dire Wolf did not pass all the blockers upright and inbounds. So it is lead is open and lead has been awarded to Bat Smash. But Dire Wolf has made it through for the points. Tries to call the jam. Bat Smash realises, but Bat Smash very cleverly equaled the points so that both teams picked up 4, which reduced that potential damage from Dire Wolf. So 32 now playing 73, 11 and a half minutes to go.
Everything is still possible. It's only 40 points, so.
Yeah. And we saw in the game earlier today, Anguanas closed down gaps that big with La Boucherie, so this is completely within their abilities. On the jam line, we have Quick Quad Quack.
Your favorite.
I'm now struggling. I'm Brulagom on the jam line.
You're not struggling. You're doing it perfectly. Oh, wow. That was close. So that was lead for the Anguanas, but Brulagom was really
right behind.
Almost side to side. So.
Yeah. So in that case, you've got no choice but to call off the jam. Brulagom incredibly fast. I can see why there is the burning rubber. Absolutely. Close that gap down. And force that jam to be called. So we have
Dire Wolf
and Lil Hit. So we have a big scrum up on turn 1.
I can't really see anything because of all the officials. But okay, that's lead for Namur.
But Dire Wolf is closing down the gap, got about quarter of the track. So, a big shout out to the Namur blockers there who got a point and left a wide lane to maximise the number of points that Little Hit could get in that really tough situation. Excellent track awareness. And that was 3 points for Namur, taking them to 76. You know, you just make it easy for the jammer to just pick up the points. They say blockers earn points, jammers pick them up. And that was textbook example of how to do that. So we have Quick Quad Quack on the jam line up against Bat Smash, I believe.
I think so. I can't really see. Please turn around.
But we have an official timeout. The delightful Quagga showing us how to do the official timeout symbol. We've had spectacular official timeouts from the refs today.
Yes. And it's easier to see a ref, on skates. They're taller.
Unless you're 5'3" like me, and then when you're on skates, you're still not as tall as most of the other people in the room.
Well, I've got the same problem, so.
And there we go, there's the official time. I was about to come up with something to say, but no, we're back on. So we have one Anguanas in the box.
And so Bat Smash against Quick Quad Quack. Quick Quad Quack, who's at the back of the pack. Sorry.
No, I was just laughing. Quick Quad Quack at the back of the pack. It should be a tongue twister.
It's a Dr. Seuss thing, I guess.
So Bat Smash made it out. Lead jammer in the pack scoring points. Quid Quad Quack also out, approaching the pack, forcing the jam to be called. That's 4 for Namur, taking them to 80 points.
Sid Vicious and Brulagom.
We haven't seen Sid Vicious jam as much as she did in the earlier game today. But a very effective jammer.
Yeah, it's. I guess it's hard to juggle with your skaters when you're doing 2 games in a row.
Yeah. Brulagom out for lead. Sid Vicious also out of the pack with a hop, skip and a jump. Brulagom approaching the pack for points.
Namur is trying to keep the pivot from the Anguanas at the back of the pack.
Brulagom had that chance but realised that there was no more time, so called the jam. 2 points for Namur. So we're back to that where we were at the start of the game, the short, quick jam,
Yes.
single pass, 2 points, 3 points, 4 points. So we're back to that. So, what we're looking for from Anguanas is a couple of those big jams. Let's get some big opportunities to close that gap down. Namur will be wanting to do the same, but to open that lead up.
Yes.
Little hit on the jam line against Direwolf.
I've just now realized how you were so good at, getting the jammers' names. Well, I saw you looking at the scoreboard, and it's something that I didn't think about doing. So you got so much to teach me.
It took me 7 years to learn that was possible. So a big thank you to all the lineup trackers and NSOs who make our jobs much easier.
Oh yes, they do.
And nobody gives a shout out to the lineup trackers. So we do, we love you. So Direwolf is lead, completing that 4-point scoring pass. This is what we wanted to see from the Anguanas.
I think it was a power jam. Am I right?
It was. Lil hit now back on the track.
Direwolf trying to navigate through Namur's blockers, and she's pushing through.
But Anguanas also holding back Little Hit, which they haven't been very successful at so far in this game. So this is great defense work from Anguanas. And that's 8 points on the board for the Anguanas in this one jam. But Little Hit now out completing her initial pass.
She should be called Big Hit.
We should put in a petition.
Yes.
So that is just waiting to see the jam ref's hands. I think it's just confirming points, and that's 1 extra point, taking Anguanas to 9 on that jam. That power jam couldn't have come at a better time. 41 points now, playing 82. Pleasingly, half the points.
Yes, that's exactly the thought I was having.
6 minutes left in this half. That has gone quick. We have Quid Quad Quack on the jam line up against Bat Smash.
And Quid Quid Quack. She's quick,
Yeah,
but not quick enough.
no, Bat Smash finds a hole on the outside line. Quid Quad Quack is recycled to the jam line. Bat Smash approaches for points on the inside. Quick Quad,
And the pack is on the floor.
and Bat Smash uses that melee to get out and complete for 4 points. Quid Quad Quack attempting a star pass, but Namura absolutely separating Quid from her pivot.
A multiplayer block for number 27 from the Anguanas.
But incredible work from the Namur defense, separating Quid Quad Quack so that she couldn't pass the star. But Bat Smash is out and is lead, so is in control of this game, and is deciding to have a bit of fun with Quid Quad Quack.
Yeah, and I think Quid Quid Quack is trying to buy some time so that her blocker gets out of the penalty box. She's standing now, so
Absolutely, and it's also in Quid Quad Quack's advantage to run down the time if Bat Smash has lead. But Bat Smash has gone through the pack and has left Quid Quad Quack behind. There's now half a
Jinx.
There's now half a lap between them, both on scoring passes. This is Bat Smash's 4th scoring pass. We're about to start Quid Quad Quack's 2nd, but the jam gets called. That was 14 points for Namur, 4 for Anguanas. That was fun to watch.
It was. I think 14 points is the highest score we've had on a jam for that game, at least.
So for this game, yes, it's been such a short scoring game
Yes.
in terms of passes. So we have Sid Vicious on the jam line up against Brulagom. And it's Brulagom pushing up front. Sid Vicious
Again, very nice triangle formation for the blockers from Namur, and they managed to keep Sid Vicious at the back of the pack.
But there's some great offense going in from Pall Mall to try and get Sid Vicious out of the pack, but not successful. Brulagom now scoring points. Sid Vicious hit out and recycled. Oh no, Sid Vicious sent to the penalty box.
That's a power jam for Namur.
And Brulagom taking advantage. That is 4 points. They've now broken 100 points for Namur. Brulagom able to go to the outside because Anguanas didn't quite push their wall far enough across to push Brulagom out.
Yes.
So was able to skate past and complete that scoring pass. And again, able to just skate around the opposition. Really want Anguanas to be able to take up the whole track at the moment, and they're struggling a bit with that. But Brulagom now on her 4th scoring pass.
And Sid Vicious is back on track, and that defense is still very effective.
Well, I mean, Brulagom able to put 3 scoring passes on during that power jam. When Sid Vicious was in the position, managed 1 scoring pass, and
Yes.
that's the difference. That's why we're seeing the points differential now. And that was a whopping 20 points for Namur in that jam, taking them to 116, and nothing unfortunately for Anguanas. 2 minutes left in this half, 45 plays 116. And we have an official review being called by Anguanas.
Is it a real one or is it? Oh yeah,
It's a real
it
one.
seems it is.
Yeah, because nowadays you can use an official review as a timeout, but the captains have come in,
Yes.
so that means that they do want to query something.
Yeah, I guess it's not just to have tea or something. So
If you are looking for a timeout, sometimes it's better to come in with a query because that can take longer, whereas if you use an official review as a timeout, which some people do with 2 minutes to go because you get another
Yes,
official
exactly.
review in the second half, that's only a minute. Whereas if you come and query something, that can take sort of, 1 to 2 minutes. And if it's you need a breather, that it sounds odd, but that sort of 30 seconds a minute can make a difference.
oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Some teams were asking for bogus reviews.
The best one I heard was how long is 5 seconds was a genuine question raised in an official review I was in.
Well, I guess they changed the kilograms reference, so I guess maybe the seconds reference will change at some point, and that would be a valid question anyway.
I think that was actually used as a timeout because it did come to an end quickly. You see, we try and guess. We see the captains come in and we still get it wrong. Nobody tells us what's going on.
Because we jinx everything. Every
That's
time
true.
we say something, the opposite happens.
So we're back underway. Little hit on the jam line for Namur up against Direwolf from Anguanas.
And that's a really quick lead from the Anguanas.
In 7 seconds, Direwolf picking up lead. First time we've seen Anguanas with lead for a while.
Yes.
In a position where they can use it because Little Hit is still in the pack. So what we have seen in this last couple of jams is Anguanas being able to hold Little Hit back a little longer, and that's making a difference. But Direwolf is forced to call off that jam. But it is
official review from Namur. Is it a real one?
But that was 3 points for Anguanas in that last jam. Captains have come in. Oh, and the alt is being asked to come in with the paperwork.
That's something that we need to check next time.
Still learning.
Maybe it's because she was starting to sleep or something, and then no, it seems like it's a real one.
Yep.
Should we look at the penalties? Because I was wondering if it was. It seems quite penalties similar.
So at the moment, Anguanas have the most penalties, but they're quite evenly spread. So we have 3 skaters on 3 penalties. So, but if we look at the penalties for Namur, we have 1 skater on 4, but they have less skaters with smaller numbers. So there's nothing there that would concern me if I was benching this game at the moment. So it is It's O'Gara who's sitting on 4, but at this stage, nothing that would make me want to change my lineups.
Yes. So still no clues, and everything is still possible.
So
I've seen some games where the strategy changes at the end, between two periods, and then.
well, I mean, if you go into a tournament, you're planning it. I'll get the results of the official review.
They asked for skating out of bound at the end of the last jam, and then they lost it because.
Yeah, okay. So the request was for a skating out of bounds penalty, but the no call stands, so everything stays as it is, and Namur have lost their official review. But that's with 1 minute 23 left in this half. So what I was trying to say is you want to prepare for a tournament by watching teams and seeing their strategy, but when you get horrific changes, you need to change it up. And we've just seen that bat smash coming through as lead jammer for Namur. And Quid Quad Quack for Anguanas is also out of the pack. But we have seen the two teams change their strategy during this during this first period. Ooh, that's a big sprawl at the end of that jam. Anguanas focusing on shutting down Little Hit. That's not something we saw in the first half, so teams change it up. So 4 points for Namur, taking them to 120 points. 45 seconds left, so we'll have at least one more jam.
And I'm seeing referees having a talk, so.
Well, perhaps they haven't seen each other for a little bit.
Well, this is one explanation, yes. I'm wondering if they're gonna award maybe a late hit or something.
I've learned a long time ago not to predict what the refs are going to do. But we are in an official timeout while they sort out whatever it is that they want to sort out. Which is, I'm just like, I want the game to get underway again.
I know. Only 35 seconds left on the period clock, so.
So the refs are in a huddle discussing whatever it is that they are choosing to discuss. And so it's,
I like guessing, I'm a player, so.
So we were talking about how teams need to change up strategy. I mean, especially in a tournament, because you can do all the preparation you want, but you've got a large number of games in a short period of time, and you're playing lots of different teams who are all playing each other and learning and changing with every game. So it's a great environment to really test your sort of strategic skills and to really develop as a bench is how do you react to that situation.
And there are so many factors that come into play.
It's an alteration to the points, or yes, it's 3 points for Anguana. So it was a confirmation of the points that the referees were discussing. That takes them to 51 points, 120 for Namur. The game's underway. An atomic bomb for Sid Vicious for Anguanas, Brûle la Gomme on the jam line for Namur.
And Brûle la Gomme is at Brûle la Gomme is at the back of the pack. Very nice triangle from the Anguanas there. I guess both defenses are using the same method right now.
Brûle la Gomme out for lead. Sid Vicious also out and probably half the track behind. So Brûle la Gomme getting some great work from the Namur blockers to get those points. And
again, they're stretching the pack as much as possible so that their jammer can score as many points as possible.
Pick off those points. Yes. And I'm just waiting to see what the jam ref is going to say, and it is a number of points pointing away from me
4.
That I can't see.
It's 4.
It is 4 for Namur. It's 3 for Namur. So that takes them to 123. 51 for Anguanas, and we are at the intermission. So that first half, I mean, just wow.
Yes.
Yeah. Lots of action, some great agility. I mean, it's really been, I think, Namur's defence has been the reason that we're seeing the points differential. So welcome back to the second half of Game 3 of Paris is Burning 2 WFTDA recognised tournament held by Les Quads Roller Derby in Paris, France. So Anguanas, Vicenza Roller Derby against Namur Roller Girls, 51 for Anguanas, 123 in the first half. We're underway with Quick Quad Quash.
Quid Quad Quack.
Quick Quad Quack.
And Lilith.
And Little Hit.
And Lilith has stolen the lead.
Well, no, it is. The board is showing Quid Quad Quack as a lead jammer, but Little Hit has closed that gap down. But Quid Quad Quack completes.
Initial pass. Yeah.
No, I think it was actually a scoreboard error.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So we're just waiting for that adjustment.
It was another really quick lead from Lilith from Namur.
So at the moment, scoreboard is showing neither as lead jammer. So this will be a 2-minute jam. 4 points already though for Namur and Little Hit. But Namur also have 2 blockers in the box. So Quick Quad Quash. Quick. I'm really
Quick. Call her quick.
Quick. Trying to find that gap on the inside and makes it through. Little Hit is facing a tough wall of Anguanas purple, but gets a gap on the inside again. It's just, but is hit to the inside and recycled. So good work from Anguanas to actually close down that inside lane, which looked open for a moment. But Quick Quad Quack has made it through for completed another scoring pass, picking up 4 more points.
And Lilith is fighting her way on the inside, but she's being recycled at the back of the pack.
But Lil Hit makes it through, and that jam comes to an end. Both jammers picking up scoring passes. Just waiting to see what the points.
We've got 12 for the Anguanas and 8 for Namur.
Yes.
So that's a slight advantage for the Anguanas.
Well, what we're going to want to see is in the second half that they come out and start doing that more. We want more of that, please.
Yes, please.
So we have Bat Smash on the jam line against Direwolf.
And that's a lead for the Anguanas.
But Bat Smash is also out of the pack and approaching for a scoring pass, forcing Direwolf to call that jam off. So 4 points for Anguanas in that last jam. That was short and sweet, I think. But we've seen that quite a lot, especially at the start of games or start of halves, that they just testing out each other and just doing that quick hit it and quit it.
It's not necessarily
so it's
what is going to happen during the whole period.
So Crash Test Salmon for Anguanas up against Brulagom, and Brulagom out for lead and racing round to the pack, but Crash Test Salmon also out of the pack. Brulagom gets the points and is choosing to run the jam long. Now calls it off.
Yes. Especially because 2 blockers from the Anguanas are sitting in the box right now, so that wouldn't be a good strategy to not call.
No, and I think also, it was good timing from Namur because it's in their favour to draw these jams out longer at the moment with the rate that they're picking up lead and points. You don't want to cut that jam short off if you're in control, and it doesn't sound like a lot, but 2 seconds per jam, that can add up to, an extra minute that they're in control.
And we have an official timeout at the moment.
I think it's just checking that everybody's okay in the penalty box, because I think there may be an injury.
I can see the medic, so yeah.
So, but this first few minutes has been just as action-packed as that first half. And I think it's just, what we're seeing in this game is that Namur's defence is solid all the time. Anguanas have moments of brilliance, but we really want them to be able to bring that every jam and really close down the Namur jammers, and I think that would have a big difference.
Yes.
everything's just about to be resolved. But while we've got the chance, a chance to thank the fantastic production team here at Paris is Burning 2. They are... I've never had special effects at a roller derby tournament, so a huge shout out to them for bringing you this fantastic roller derby over these 2 days with added rockets and just everything. I am in love.
They were responsible for the production on the what happens in Paris also, and they're really good. So we're really happy to have such a good team here in Paris.
So I think if you're an announcer watching this and you want to be on a green screen and be, all whiz-bangy, Paris is the place to be.
Yes. Come to Paris. It's not really burning. Well, not anymore.
Well, it's 29 degrees out there. It feels like it's burning.
And also we have demonstration every Saturday, but...
Oh.
Yeah, we've got the yellow vests. It is still happening.
Oh,
People are angry, so we have demonstration every Saturday. Now it's a thing.
Oh, okay. So now it's just like a thing people do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because the government doesn't change, so...
Yeah. I am in no position to talk about politics whatsoever.
We won't talk about politics. Let's talk about roller derby instead.
Yeah. So we're still in the official timeout.
Going into 5 seconds already.
Yep, so we have Direwolf on the jam line against Lil Hit. Lil Hit with a huge jump on the outside, but it's Direwolf who comes out with lead. Lil Hit overtakes, so it's a race to the pack. The pack is speeding up. Both jammers take a hit to the floor, but it's a low block penalty.
So
for
Direwolf tried to call the jam, but that was a low block, so jam is still going on.
And that's put Lil Hit in a power jam situation, which is not something Anguanas wanted.
Especially now.
Yeah. 4 points for Namur. And we're up on turn 1. And Lil Hit not able to get any offense because Direwolf is out of the box. And so they are setting up for the recycle. So
the pack is going in not on the right. Sorry,
going in non-derby direction.
Yes, exactly. Thank you.
That's okay.
I don't have any words.
So basically, that recycle all the way back to turn 3 has eaten up lots of time, but Little Hit still able to put on 3 scoring passes in this jam, is now on their 4th, but Direwolf has made a scoring pass as well, so both jammers scoring. Little Hit completes that 4th pass. But Direwolf completes our 2nd. This is a 2-minute jam, so this will keep going until the whistles blow.
Yeah, I'm trying to see the score. Not the score that time.
So it's important. So Anguana's trying to hold down Little Hit's advantage. So it's still just 2 passes. So whatever Little Hit is doing, Direwolf is doing as well.
Yes.
And that last point pass, it was Direwolf picking up that extra point, so taking her to 13 in this jam. Namur on 21.
So that's the biggest score on a jam now.
Yep.
But not the biggest difference.
No. So 79 for Anguanas, 156 for Namur, 23 and a half minutes left in this game. We have Quid Quad Quack on the back against Bat Smash. Bat Smash able to just push Anguana's wall up front and is let out due to that push, but Quid Quad Quack is also out and chasing Bat Smash down quick. Definitely.
Yes, I told you, Quick is a good nickname. Ooh, and she managed to score 1 point on the inside.
That's great work from Quid Quad Quack. Namur picking up 2. But that was a very sneaky little point on the inside for Quick. And on the jam line, we have Brulegom for Namur up against Sid Vicious for Anguanas.
Ooh, and
Brulegom with a sprawl to the floor.
yes.
Sid Vicious recycle back behind the jam line, but Brulegom pushing up front. Sid Vicious pushing at the back. We're on turn 2, but Brulegom is out lead jammer.
Well, Sid Vicious is recycled at the back of the pack again. Again, a very, very nice defense from Namur. They're not budging a bit.
No.
They're still on the jam line, so
Yeah, they're not letting Sid Vicious make any progress. And I think Sid Vicious was hoping for a star pass, but unfortunately the Anguanas pivot has now gone to the bin. So it is up to Sid Vicious for this whole 2 minutes.
actually we've got the 2 pivots sitting in the box.
Anguanas with 2 blockers in the box, and Namur with just the 1. Brulegom able to use that to her advantage, just skating around the outside. Some great offense going on.
And while you were saying that, we've got another blocker from Namur sitting in the box, so it's a lighter pack.
But Sid Vicious able to get out, but that was against 2 Namur blockers, and that took forever.
Yes.
So that's the strength of the Namur defense. Brulegom just skating around now, coming up for her 5th scoring pass. So that's 6 passes overall Brulegom will have made. Namur still with 2 blockers in the penalty box, and Sid Vicious able to complete for 4 points because of that. Sid Vicious hit out and recycle. Brulegom just has a solid wall of non-budging purple ahead. And Sid Vicious able to get out of that pack quicker than Brulegom, but picked up a penalty while did so. Right at the end of that jam.
That's going to be a power start for Namur.
Yeah. That's unfortunate.
Yes.
But 20 points for Namur, taking them to 178. And it's 4 points for Anguanas, taking them to 84. So we're starting with that power start, and it is Lil Hit for Namur, who is on the jam line. And we have blockers, 2 Namur blockers in the penalty box, but have just been released. And Anguanas giving everything to hold back Little Hit. The Lil Hit is out, lead jammer. But Sid Vicious is now standing in the penalty box as Lil Hit approaches the pack for a scoring pass.
And we have an assist from Tinker on the outside.
But that doesn't stop Lil Hit, who is through for 4 points.
It's a bit messy at the moment.
There's a lot of passion on the track. Sid Vicious is out of the pack, but just as one of her blockers goes to the box, Lil Hit gets out on the outside, and we have a star pass for Anguanas. It's now Tasmaniac who is the jammer for Anguanas.
And she's speeding.
Yeah.
Oh, almost. That was a really nice strategy. She went around Lil Hit, and Lil Hit didn't see her. Well, she saw her right at the last moment, so she was almost ready to score a point. Another official timeout?
So I would suspect that the Namur bench coach, Doppler Refect, has come in to question the points for Anguanas.
And we see the jammer referee going to the table.
Yeah, so that is the jammer ref for Anguanas, so I think that is what the official timeout is about. Because I looked at the scoreboard and wanted an explanation, so I think that's what Doppler Refect wanted too. So
you said no guessing.
And I did say no guessing.
No, I like that.
Yeah. So while we're in that
Well,
official.
that was either that or the German referee was about to propose because he was, on his knees. So
So while we're in this official timeout, quick check of the Namur Roller Girls penalties. You can see that number 13, O'Gara, has now fouled out. And so if we look at the Anguanas penalties, we have got one skater in danger, Raman Pogo, who is on 5 penalties. But apart from that, it's looking as you'd expect in a game.
yes, a little bit more penalties on the Anguana side. Also, it's their second game in a row, and it's really, really hot right now.
Yep.
I'm not sure how the floor is, but sometimes when it's really hot, it gets a little bit sticky too. So it's harder also to skate on the floor.
So we are in the team timeout called by Namur. But yes, looking at the scoreboard, that's what it is.
It's 99-point difference. Was it why you were looking at
Yeah, I was. Your announcer maths is strong.
the score? It's just like minus 100 plus 1. So
But while we're in this timeout, it's just another chance to thank all the NSOs and officials for all of their support over this weekend. People travelling from all over Europe to enjoy Paris is Burning and make sure everything's as it should be. And that timeout has now come to an end.
So we have Direwolf against Bat Smash.
Yep. On the jam line, but we have one blocker from both teams in the penalty box. And that can have an impact on the lead jammer. So Direwolf going in at the back, Bat Smash trying to find a gap on the outside.
Yeah, right now the pack is really tight, really thick. Ooh.
But that's Direwolf with a cut penalty. And that has enabled Bat Smash to get out and get lead. So this is a power jam now for Namur.
And all the blockers are now back on track. Well, Bat Smash is pushing at the front of the pack, and she manages to score 4 points for Namur. She's trying to score as much as possible before Direwolf comes back.
And one of the things Namur have been really good at is getting multiple passes through on a power jam. And we've seen that now with that second power jam pass completed. But Direwolf is out of the box and back on track. Oh, but that was some incredible agility on display from Direwolf. How she managed to stay up on her feet, I couldn't even.
I would say abs.
Yeah,
Something I don't have. So
that's what the sit-ups are for.
yeah, that was not just for show.
No, but that was 12 points for Namur in that last jam. And Anguanas not picking up any points in that jam. It is just 12 for Namur. 16 and a half minutes left in this game. And we have an official timeout.
And for you who like numbers, 111-point difference.
Oh, you're just gonna show off now, aren't you?
No, I'm doing it for you.
And I am very touched.
So people discussing.
Yes. So we've just got to
officials.
We've just got to make sure that everything is proper and accounted for. And
yeah, that's the thing, because if you wait too much time, then it's impossible to fix the problem.
So you can see here that the non-skating officials up around the penalty box, they're the ones making sure that they've got everything down and proper and accounted for, because so much goes on in these games. And especially that last game, the last jam, there was a lot of penalties, a lot of people flying in and out of the boxes, making sure that we've got everything tracked and recorded.
because we don't have any whiteboard anymore, so it's, well, with technology now we have tablets. This is amazing, really. I've been an official with tablets and I love it. But
So roller derby moving into the 21st century.
22nd even. But yeah, this is...
Yeah. I mean, we now live in a world where we as announcers can see all the penalties as they're coming in. And
This is also amazing.
It is. And, you know, I remember back in my day when you were lucky if you got a scrap of paper shoved at you.
When you had an outside whiteboard.
Oh, my Lord, yes. Yes. Does anybody miss outside whiteboard? I don't think so.
No, I think no one misses whiteboards. They're still discussing penalties, I guess.
Something. Maybe where to go for dinner after this game.
Or maybe they're doing a words with friends or something like this.
It's a Sudoku. It's a really tough Sudoku. That's what's up there. It's melting their brains. But I know we're making a joke, but actually the work the NSO's put in over a tournament weekend is phenomenal.
Yes.
I mean,
I know. I was there like last weekend, so I know what it is. And it was the men's champs, so they're usually more penalty heavy.
Yes, they do tend to be a little bit on the penalty heavy side.
Yes. Well, it was less than 100 per game, so that's okay. This is the threshold, like 100 per game.
100 per game bad, under 100 okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Things you learn, roller derby with comic relief.
Fun facts.
I think everything has been sorted.
Seems so.
Everybody seems to be coming back on track. Photographer fanning down Namur roller girls.
With a waffle.
Yeah, that's the amazing NSP 189 who travels Europe taking amazing photos of roller derby, and I would not look anywhere as good and my Facebook would not look as sexy as it does without NSP 189.
Thank you, photographers. We love you. We don't need any Snapchat filters anymore because you're there, so... The skaters are ready, but it seems that the official timeout is taking a little bit longer.
Oh, I think it's just checking everybody's ready, and we are ready to go. Well, in 5 seconds.
Yeah, 5 seconds.
So it is Crash Test Salmon on the jam line up against Brûle Gomme. And we haven't seen Crash Test as a regular jammer rotation, but did well against Brûle Gomme in the last jam, so I imagine the coach has said, go on, see what you can do.
And she's also amazing assisting the jammer usually, so...
But Brûle Gomme is our lead jammer for Namur.
And Crash Test Salmon has taken off her cover.
But Brûle Gomme pushing out up front to complete that scoring pass. Just slid round that blocker up front like they were covered in oil or something.
I love seeing this. Maybe they're doing, I don't know, roller dances every Saturday or something.
But Tasmaniac is now jamming. So there's been a star pass for Anguanas and is at the pack. Brûle Gomme deciding to run this jam long, which based on this being her third completed scoring pass, that makes sense. She burst through the pack. Tasmaniac still stuck at the back. And that's a big hit from number 833, Kilby from Namur, but that doesn't hold back Tasmaniac, who is out and completes for 4 points.
And Brûle Gomme is calling.
She says, one pass, fine, but you're not getting any more than that.
Yeah.
But Brûle Gomme racking up 16 points in that jam, taking them over the 200 to 214 points. 91 points for Anguanas, 4 points in that last jam. And we are 14 and a bit minutes left in this game.
Yeah, half of the period.
Half of the half. We're in the last quarter of the game.
We love math.
It's quick, quad, quack. and a little hit on the jam line.
Ooh. Did it go? I wasn't sure. That was a nice apex from Quid Quad Quack.
But it wasn't landed, allowing Little Hit to come out and get lead. Quid Quad Quack pushing up front.
And still, Namur's blockers really strong. They're not budging a bit.
No. But Quid Quad Quack is finally out as Little Hit approaches the pack for her second scoring pass. Wants some points. It's so funny when you're watching the game and you see the jammer just look back and you know they're looking at when to time that call, and that was a good time. 7 points for Namur, 3 for Anguanas in that jam. So 94 for Anguanas, taking on 221. Bat smash on the jam line, and it's Direwolf. And I doubt he's listening, but a big shout out to the ref Direwolf, who I think we all miss. Hopefully he'll be back shortly.
We miss his mustache too.
Yeah, and his smile. So every time I say Direwolf, a little part of me is
Yeah,
going,
me too.
Come
Me
back,
too.
Direwolf. So bat smash out for lead, but it is a cut penalty for Direwolf.
So that's going to be another power jump from Namur.
And just a little bit late with that hit. That was a neck who just mistimed that hit on Bat Smash, allowing Bat Smash 3 to pick up 4 points.
Also good offense from the Namur blockers.
Yeah, they're trying to stop Anguanas from forming a wall, but actually are able to also keep the pack fairly stationary by staying where they are, and that's let Bat Smash push her way out and complete that scoring pass. But Direwolf out of the box sails through the pack. Not entirely sure if people had realised she was coming through.
Yeah, because I didn't, so.
Bat Smash is in the pack scoring and wants to deny Direwolf any more points. And does
that's no points for Direwolf. I wasn't sure.
Yeah. And that's 8 points for Namur. I'm just having a look. I think the ref is giving another 2 points. 10 points for Namur in that last jam, taking them to 231 points. Less than 12 minutes left to go in this third game of Paris is Burning 2.
So Quid Quote. Now you jinxed me.
Yeah.
Quid Quote Quack. Jamming for the Anguanas against Brûle la Gomme for Namur. And the pack is pretty stationary.
It's very tight.
Yeah, very tight.
It's very tight, and we've seen quite dynamic open fluid packs, and that was actually very concentrated. But Quid Quad Quack getting the best out of that, and not something that we've seen often. Brûle la Gomme usually picking up leads, so this is great work from Quid Quad Quack.
Yeah, I was wondering what Brûle la Gomme's stats were, like how many leads she got, and
many.
Yeah,
many.
She was like really close to 100%.
So it's 4 points for Anguanas in that last jam, taking them to 98 points. So on the jam line we have
Crash Test Salmon again.
See, I love that name.
Me too.
And a little hit on the jam line for Namur.
So it seems that the Anguanas have changed their jammer strategy.
Maybe that, it's been a long couple of hours that they've been playing. And also Crash Test Salmon having good success in previous jams. But both jammers being hit out and recycled to the inside, but it's Crash Test Salmon with one blocker in front. But it's actually Lil Hit who makes it. Crash Test Salmon has gone to the penalty box. But Lil Hit lead jammer on a power jam for Namur.
And a very nice offense again from Namur's blockers.
I mean, that was left for dead with some beautifully timed offense breaking up that Anguanas wall. Again, they're just not letting any of the Anguanas stay next to each other.
Yeah. They're trying to keep a goat at the back of the pack.
It's interesting that they took that take it apart strategy when Little Hit was not in the pack, but now they're in the pack, they're going into the traditional sort of more defensive position. But Crash Test Salmon picks up a cut penalty.
Another one.
Came back off the penalty box, and I think it was, it was obviously right in front of us.
Yeah.
So, Lil hit on just completing her second scoring pass.
I thought she was on. Yeah, I thought. I don't know. Time is running in a different continuum here. And we've got 2 blockers from the Anguanas sitting in the box, plus the jammer.
And that's giving Little Hit a huge ability to put points on, but
And she chooses to call so that they start with an advantage on the
Yes.
next jam.
yes, so they will be starting with not just a power start, but only 2 Anguanas blockers on the track.
A power start.
Yeah. And we have a timeout called by Anguanas, which you can understand. They want to have a bit of a.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Like I would do the same.
And if we want to have a look at the penalties for Anguanas, you can see now that they have a number of skaters. They have 3 skaters sitting on 5 penalties. I mean, with 8 minutes left to go in the game, I mean, that's, as a bench coach, it's not the end of the world, but you're going to have to start being a bit smarter about who you put on, especially as, we're looking at Anek, Mechanic, Make Panic, who have been strong defense. But then, if you look at Namur's penalties, much less. We haven't got anybody at that sort of level of risk at the moment.
Yeah, no one's at 5.
No.
I think 4 is the worst.
And so it's just showing how keeping the Namur blockers on the track is just paying off in widening that differential. So timeout.
Strategy everywhere.
Yeah. Well, that's roller derby. It's not just hitting people and skating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not pretty faces and pretty skates.
I have pretty skates. I'm not sure about the pretty face. So it is 8 minutes 43 left in this game. 98 playing 243. Bat smash on the jam line with a power start with only 2 Anguanas blockers on the track. And offense piling in ahead of Lil Hit, but they've stopped. Lil Hit pushing out front, lead jammer in 8 seconds.
Yeah.
That was smart tactics from Namur, but Anguanas now have blockers coming out of the penalty box.
Yeah, and so Namur is keeping one of the blockers at the back of the pack so that they keep the advantage on the pack.
Yep, bat smash completing that scoring pass, but Crash Test Salmon now standing and is now released from the penalty box.
So she has her cover in her hand, but the pivot is at the front of the pack, so will she be able to make oh no.
So that star pass did happen.
It did, yeah, I was like, no, yeah.
This Dire Wolf who is, so the timeout would have been to put Dire Wolf on as a pivot. And so is now jamming for Anguanas, and some lovely agility on the inside dancing around Blue Velvet from Namur for Dire Wolf. Bat smash being held back by that wall, but it is some positional offense from Namur that got her through.
Yeah.
I love a bit of positional blocking. Everyone's like, oh, hitting is fun. I'm like, yeah, but just being in the right place at the right time.
Yes.
So 4 points for Anguanas in that last jam, 12 for Namur, 102 now. Anguanas breaking 100, 255 for Namur. 7 minutes, 10 seconds left in this game. We have Brulagom up against Quid Quad Quack. I'm now double checking myself.
I know. You're saying it right, but still you're hesitating every time. Oh, and that was a really, really nice start on the inside.
No hesitation from Quid Quad Quack.
Yeah, you hesitate, she doesn't.
No. But we have had a star pass by Namur. It is Grumpy and Up who is now jamming for Namur. Quid Quad Quack sees the danger, calls that jam. And it's
4 points for the Anguanas.
3 points for the Anguanas. Yeah. It's all about angles.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So jam refs should have like entirely round hands that don't have edges. But I think that would make living quite difficult.
Or little, I don't know, little flags with numbers.
But we're back. Little hit is lead jammer for Namur, taking absolutely no time to pick up lead.
It was even like faster than the previous one. So
Direwolf also on the track, also out of the pack, forces that jam to be called.
And then Lil Hit, she just like slid on the inside and called. That was, I like seeing that. It's so beautiful.
But it's 4 more points for Namur, taking them to 259. 5.5 minutes left. We have Sid Vicious on the line up against Bat Smash. We have one Anguanas in the box. Both jammers trying to find that way through. Bat Smash finds that inside line lead jammer for Namur.
And the pack is going faster right now.
Yeah. So Namur is speeding up, and they're using that to hold back Sid Vicious, but not enough. Sid is out, and so Bat Smash calls that jam. It's the 4 points for Namur.
And less than 5 minutes to go.
I always feel a little bit biased, but I just think that this game has been so much fun to watch that the score hasn't reflected how much fun the game has been.
Yeah.
Brulegom on the jam line up against Quid Quad Quack.
And the pack is going backwards. Oh, another nice lead taken on the inside for Brulegom. Another agile jammer from Namur. And she's already scoring points.
But Quid Quad Quack is also out of the pack, approaching the pack. Brulegom sees the danger, calls the jam.
Another really short jam. It's like the beginning of the game, beginning of the period.
Yep.
So yeah, that's what you were saying earlier. The score doesn't reflect on, well, the fun that we're having watching, and also the effort.
Yeah, absolutely.
Stats.
Yeah, stats, but also you have to remember that Namur came into this game in bottom position of the rankings. Only 2 points in the WFTDA rankings, separating these two teams. And with Lil Hit picking up lead jammer again for Namur. I mean, Namur are going to come out of this with a win, obviously, but also with a rankings boost.
Yeah, and that's a power jam for Namur. So will they be able to make like 3 scoring passes at least?
And it's all about the points differential at this point. So the win, and we said in the first half, the win is important, but actually how many you win by, that determines how big a bounce you get in the rankings from this. But, you know, there's still 2 more games for Namur this weekend. So
yeah, and because all the teams are like 15 spots, 15 ranks aside, it's really hard to tell right now.
Yeah. A lot can happen in 2 days. So back on track. There is a lot going on at the
People
Apex.
Screaming.
But it's Direwolf who comes out, completes her initial pass. Little Hit trying to get through, trying to get those last points, and manages the full 4. So that's 8.
Full 8, yeah.
Well, no, on that pass.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
8 points in that whole...
official review asked by the Anguanas. Is it a real one this time? Well, people are gathering in the middle, but
there's paperwork. When there's paperwork, there's an official review.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is
people are talking. Definitely.
So, just a reminder, this is the end of day 1. We still have day 2 tomorrow. So at 11:30 Central European Time, Namur Roller Girls versus Leeds Roller Derby. 2 p.m. Anguanas versus Leeds Roller Derby. 4:30 Namur versus La Boucherie.
And if you're in the UK, that's 10:30, 1 p.m. and 3:30.
Yeah. So all the Leeds supporters at home, they don't get quite as much of a lie-in as we do. But it should be another amazing day of roller derby. I mean, we've seen 3 fantastic games so far today. And
A lot of fire.
And it's going to be really interesting to see what happens. At the moment, La Boucherie are in the lead. They've won both their games today. But,
and they have time to rest, you know.
Yeah.
They're only
Yeah.
playing at 4:30. Well, it's going to be hot.
It's going to be hot.
Also.
And they also played 2 games back-to-back,
Yeah.
as did
The Anguanas.
Anguanas. And Leeds are doing that
Yeah.
tomorrow. So the ones who have the most breakup and most chance to
Is
recover
Namur.
is Namur.
Yeah.
And this does matter. It just, you know, how the timetable
does.
works can really affect performance over 2 days. So it will be really interesting to see what happens. Okay. Yeah. So that official review was to ask for a back block, but the no call stands, and so everything remains as it is, and the Anguanas have lost their official review. So we're underway again. It is Crash Test Salmon on the line against Bat Smash, and Bat Smash is out for lead.
Crash Test Salmon is still in the pack. Namur's defense is still strong. As you were saying, every point counts, so...
But also the Namur are able to cover every inch of the track, and
Yes.
that's not giving any gaps for jammers to get through, because jammers love it when you give like a centimetre, because that can be enough. But Namur really covering the entire track, even with just 2 or 3 blockers. And that's what's holding back Crash Test Salmon. But there's been a star pass. Tasmaniac, now the jammer for Anguanas. Bat Smash pushing her way through, and I mean genuinely pushing
Yes.
Crash Test Salmon to the floor legally.
Well, that's her teammate, so it's okay.
And that is the end of that jam, and it's 8 points for Namur, taking them to 283 and 105 for Anguanas. Just over a minute left in this game.
Will Namur go over 300 points?
I think that if I was a bench coach, that would be the
Yeah.
target. I'd be like, we can do this. Come to, you know.
Yeah.
So we have Quick Quad Quack on the jam line against Brûle Gum. So, you know, very much a power jam line,
Yes.
jammer lineup.
Agility against, how do you say when you're quick?
Yeah, speed.
Speed, yes. Thank you.
So Brûle Gum actually with the hit out and the recycle on Quick Quad Quack at the start
Wow.
of that jam. But Brûle Gum just brushes off that big hit from Anatomic Bomb and completes that scoring pass. But Quick Quad Quack is now out, and the jam is called.
Is it called for an injury?
Yes,
I think so.
Yeah, so there was a skater who wasn't able to get up straight away, so in the middle of the pack. So for safety reasons, that jam was understandably called.
Yes, safety first.
Absolutely. So we're just making sure that she is okay.
Yeah, she's still on the floor, so
Yeah.
I hope that she's okay. I hate seeing, well, no one
No.
likes seeing people hurt, but
No. But we're pleased to say that the skater is up, but has also picked up a direction penalty. That's the worst, is when there's a ref who's going, are you okay? Great.
so now you've
But
got a penalty.
now you have a penalty.
This is so mean. Well, at least they're waiting till, you know, they know
Yeah.
that the skater's okay, so...
So we're just in a official timeout while we're just sorting out the
Yeah,
entire
I
jam.
think that the skater needs to be replaced in the box because she's not supposed to
Yes.
play because the jam was called off.
Yes. So if the jam is called off because you are injured, you cannot be in the next 3 jams. So if you're in the penalty box, you would be released and play again. So there has to be that substitution. Just making sure that that has happened.
Yes, I think it's okay now.
So I think they're just making sure everyone's where they should be. There we go. Game is back on. So 15 seconds left on the clock.
This is excruciating.
It's 105 for Anguanas and it's 283 for Namur Roller Girls. Little Hit on the jam line up against
Direwolf. So 17 points.
That would be to get Namur over the 300.
But the Anguanas, they don't see it that way.
Nope, they are holding Lil Hit back at the back of the pack, which is, they've had chances to do that and done very well. And it is, though, Bat Smash the Lil Hit that comes out as lead jammer for Namur. But Quip Quap Quack, so close to landing that apex jump. I think she's frustrated with herself. But is back recycled just as Little Hit has completed 4 points.
Yes, first scoring pass.
But Direwolf is out, and so that's...
So probably another 4 points for Lil Hit before she calls. Ooh, very nice whip.
That was a great block, though, from Mechanic Make Panic. I loved that. There was just a little touch and hit her out. Forced that jam to come to an end for just 4 points for Namur, taking them to 287 points. Anguanas on 105, so we're just checking all the points and scores. So, what did you think of that game, Comic?
Well, pretty intense.
bit like, wow.
Yeah, and that was my first of the day, so I'm kind of like, oh.
Yeah. Yep. Right, so we will see you back tomorrow, 11:30 a.m. French time.
And 10:30 for our lead supporters for Namur against Leeds.
Right.